The Encaustic Art Wax Sealer is a protective coating to put onto wax. 5 language instructions, plastic bottle 150 milliliters. Shake well before use and apply to polished wax. An easy way to apply it is to use a piece of soft fabric. Make it into a ball, and when you've got a ball like this with a nice rounded surface, apply a little of the sealer onto that surface, and then put the sealer down onto the card and spread it around. This is an acrylic base that sticks to the polished wax surface, and what it does is gives a protective coating to that fragile wax. If you haven't cleaned properly, then the best thing to do is to take a fresh piece of your fabric. Once it's all spread on, start dabbing with the ball like this, and what that does is to break up the marks that were left by the initial spreading using the cloth ball and make it virtually invisible to the eye, so when it dries in just a few minutes you won't even know it's there. Some people like the texture, and in this case you can apply texture using a brush, for instance. It's a good way to get the sealer on quickly, and then you get strong marks. So if you like that, by all means use a brush, but if you want to get rid of those marks, just as easily dab them away using the pad. What you're doing is pressing down and lifting off quite rapidly on a flat surface to break up any texture that was there. When you're working on larger things, a roller can be very handy. This is a foam roller, just a small one. So polish the wax, dribble on some sealer, and then start working with the roller. If you work rapidly, you'll get some foaming of the sealer. So working more slowly, especially towards the end of the process, can help. But of course, if you use the pad on top of that spread sealer, then you'll get the best effect, and it'll become almost invisible when it dries. If you see dirt in it, get it out whilst it's still wet. Some people like the scumbled round textures that the cloth gives. By all means leave those, but if you want to get rid of them, just dab them away. Here you can see the dabbing, the round scumbled texture, and the roller texture. Finishing off, to make the coating invisible, adding protection to your wax, and cleaning up at the end with water. It's worth cleaning the rollers and the brush, but easiest to get a fresh piece of cloth each time. Encaustic Art Wax Sealer.